This is Howard, and welcome to another edition of Howard's Opinion, the podcast where we dive into the world of sports with unparalleled passion and insight. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we explore the latest developments in the realm of college football recruiting. Now, let's get right into it, shall we? The news is buzzing with commitments, flips, and verbal agreements that are shaping the future of our beloved sport. We've got a couple of stories that caught my attention, and I'm eager to share them with you. First off, we have the Indiana Hoosiers, who have been making waves in the recruiting scene. They've landed not one, not two, but 5 commitments this week alone. That's right, folks. Coach Kurt Cignetti's staff has been working overtime to secure some top talent for the 2026 class. Among these commits is Center Grove offensive lineman C.J. Siffers, a 3-star recruit who chose IAU over other notable programs. But what really stands out is the Hoosiers' ability to flip Kevontae Hugan from Louisville. This defensive lineman was initially committed to the Cardinals, but made the switch after an official visit to Bloomington. That's a significant get for Indiana, and we'll be keeping an eye on how this recruitment class shapes up. And if that weren't enough, we've also got news coming out of the Sunshine State, where the Florida Gators have been busy securing their own set of commitments. They've landed 3 top prospects, including Carson Baker, a highly touted running back from Georgia, who chose the Gators over a plethora of other Power 5 schools. But what's really interesting here is the competition for talent in this sec. With programs like Alabama, Georgia, and LSU always lurking, it's a testament to Florida's coaching staff that they're able to attract this level of talent. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Howard, why are these recruiting stories so important? Well, let me tell you, folks, the future of college football is being written right now. These young athletes will be the ones making headlines in the years to come, and the programs that can secure the best talent will be the ones competing for championships. We'll be delving deeper into these stories and more as we continue through the show. But for now, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Speaking of college football, welcome back to the show, folks. We're in the midst of a fascinating off-season, and I'm excited to dive into some of the latest news surrounding one of the sport's most storied programs, Notre Dame. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's brewing in South Bend? Well, let me tell you. It's been an eventful few days for the Fighting Irish. First off, we've got some recruiting updates that are sure to get Notre Dame fans excited. The Irish invasion camp was a huge success, and one of the standout performers was none other than 2028 linebacker Taj Gray from New Jersey. This young man impressed the coaching staff with his skills at both linebacker and defensive end, earning himself an offer from the Fighting Irish. And what's even more intriguing is that his older brother, Chaz Gray, also received an offer from Notre Dame. It's clear that Marcus Freeman and his staff are making waves on the recruiting trail, building a foundation for sustained success. But that's not all. Athlon Sports has ranked Notre Dame secondary as the 3rd best in college football, behind only Texas and Alabama. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't they lose Xavier Watts and Benjamin Morrison to the NFL? And to that I say, yes, they did. However, with talented cornerbacks like Leonard Moore and Christian Gray returning, along with safety Don Shula, who's poised for a breakout season, this secondary is looking fierce. Not to mention the addition of Alabama transfer Devonta Smith, which adds some much-needed depth to the unit. Now, I want to take a step back and examine what this means for Notre Dame's college football playoff aspirations. With a stout secondary like this, they've got a legitimate shot at making a deep run in the postseason. But, as we all know, it's not just about one unit. It's about how the entire team comes together. And speaking of which, I'm intrigued by the quarterback situation. Will they be able to find consistency under center? How will their offense gel with some new faces in the mix? These are just a few of the questions that will be answered as we get closer to kickoff. But for now, let's take a deep breath and appreciate what Notre Dame is building. This program has always been about excellence, and it looks like they're on the right track once again. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're closing out today's show with a discussion on the world of college baseball. I've been following the story of the Arkansas Razorbacks, and their quest for a national championship is truly captivating. Under the leadership of Coach Dave Van Horn, the team has become one of the best powerhouses in the sport, with 21 NCAA tournament appearances and 8 College World Series showings. However, despite their impressive record, the Razorbacks are still missing that elusive national title. And after their 4-1 loss to LSU in the Men's College World Series opener, the road to the championship just got a lot tougher. They'll need to win 4 games in 4 days to even make it to the championship series, and then take 2 out of 3 if they want to bring home the title. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not impossible. We've seen teams come back from adversity before, and the Razorbacks have the pitching and offensive depth to make a run through the losers bracket. But it's not going to be easy. They'll need to rely on their reliable relief options and starting lineup to get the job done. Coach Van Horn is facing some tough decisions with his pitching staff, and he'll need to strategize carefully if they want to make it out of the losers bracket. And let's not forget the emotional toll that comes with playing the College World Series. These players are under a lot of pressure, and they'll need to stay focused if they want to succeed. As I see it, the Razorbacks have the talent and the determination to make a deep run in the tournament. But it's going to take more than just skill. It's going to take heart, grit, and a refusal to give up. And that's what makes college baseball so compelling. The combination of athleticism, strategy, and raw emotion that comes with competing at the highest level. So, will the Razorbacks be able to overcome their struggles and bring home the championship? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be an exciting ride, and I'll be rooting for them all the way. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.